Hi, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the High Level Release Radar, where we recap all the new releases that rolled out this past week. Ryan, we're about a week away from the Super Bowl, where we all get to watch the Eagles put an end to the stinking Chiefs' reign.
As a member of a family that is a huge Bills fan base, I wouldn't be happier.
My
to see the Chiefs
condolences,
go down.
sir. My condolences. I was rooting for a Bills-Eagles Super Bowl, to be honest.
Yeah.
All right, let's make sure we are streaming in all the places. I'm going to get us live in the Facebook group. But as always, if you can see us and you can hear us, please say hello in the comments. We love to see your comments pop up. Join us for this week's High Level Release Radar. We are going, where are we sharing? To a group. Official community.
Whatever group is available, we'll share.
Here we go. All right, fantastic. We should be live. Let's open up our chat window so that we can see those comments as they come in. And how about we hop into some releases?
All righty.
Let's see. What do we have for the first release of the week? Mobile app got an update. Direct payments for estimates.
Yeah. So the idea here, this is sort of the 2-in-1 document flow where within the mobile app, you can create an estimate. If you're a service provider, this would be really normal stuff for you. And then they say, yep, I want to go ahead and replace this toilet, or I want this thing painted, and they can directly pay right after accepting the estimate. So it shortcuts the time that you get money because it doesn't just wait to invoice them. It bills them right away, and they can just pay right there on the mobile app.
Love it. Who doesn't want to get paid faster?
I definitely do.
We've got our shout outs rolling in so far. BWT Media. Hello to you, sir, or madame. And we got Mark checking in. What's up to you? Both over there in YouTube land. Love it.
Awesome.
Let's see what our next release from the week was. Another mobile apper, in-person signatures for documents and contracts. This one is very, very cool.
Yeah. So this would work with like a stylus on an iPad or a tablet. That's the idea here. But yeah, you'd be able to now, as you're, again, service professional out in the field, typically got a tablet, and for them to sign off on the document of the contract right there. Or I guess, I don't know, if you're a lawyer, you're a mobile lawyer, you can save the paper and have it signed on a tablet. Really cool update.
Yeah, that makes, a ton of sense. I could see this being used all over the place. We're seeing really great traction for all of our proposals, estimates, invoice products, our payment products. So if you haven't checked them out, the feedback is fantastic. You might be able to get rid of some other apps if you're using e-signature docs and you haven't tried these. So we've got another shout out coming in from Heidi, New Zealand. Nice to see you as well. Happy weekend. Hope you had a great week. It looks like our next update is another one from the mobile app. You can now download estimates. Oh, that's nice.
So you can download them to your local storage on the mobile device, and pretty straightforward if you want to archive those.
Love it. Mm-hmm. Ooh, this next one is so nice. The contacts page in the mobile app got a total revamp. It now looks and feels very iOS-y, I would say. It is lovely. Have you updated and checked it out, Ryan?
I have. I updated it about 15 minutes after they launched it. I was very excited. And yeah, this looks really good. Much cleaner, more techy. I feel like I'm in the future with this contact card compared to where we're at. So this was a very long process. They really took their time on this, which of course we love to see.
Absolutely. If you haven't updated to the latest version of the app, you're going to want to do so because it's awesome. Go check it out, play with it. It feels great. There's all sorts of cool little just like UX niceties that are in there. Major jump forward. And I think this is a preview of what you'll see roll out in other areas of the mobile app in the near future as well. Mm-hmm. So really great job to both the design team and the mobile team for that one. Next up, we have a little troubleshooting improvement when it comes to multiple Facebook pages and the sync leads feature.
Yeah. So there's a nice call to action there. When there are syncing issues, this will walk you through exactly what's going on, and then you can take action with it, which is obviously the most important part. I think, a lot of times when we have different systems talking to one another, we don't quite know what's wrong, and instead of like disconnecting everything and trying to reconnect it, we can see exactly what's going on and then just go ahead and resolve it.
Nice.
Yep.
Love it. Speaking of Facebook, we have an update to Ad Manager this week with the ability to upload custom audiences, which is very sweet. You want to walk us through what a custom audience is, Ryan, and why you
Yeah.
want to upload one?
So in this case, like typically on Facebook, you would do this where you'd have like a client list and you want to, advertise to them, or maybe you want to, create a lookalike audience with them as well. So this allows you to take the list that you already have. Would be from like an external system, upload it right into the ad manager, and then you can create that audience as a custom audience for your ads. So they get very specific on who you're going to be advertising to.
Yes, it is a very smart idea. And now you can do it right in the ad manager. And hopefully, you all know that you can also do this in workflows. So you can dynamically feed people into your custom audiences with a workflow action or pull them out of a custom audience as well. So I feel like that might be an underutilized feature there, but extremely powerful to be able to dynamically feed people in and out of custom audiences.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we have next. Conversations got an update thumbnail view for attachments in snippets. This one was pretty cool.
Yeah, I actually didn't know that we could do this.
I didn't either, to be honest.
Jace is like the snippet king, but apparently we didn't know about the fact that you can include images, and now you can see a thumbnail of each of those images that are included in a snippet or a sort of text template.
Well, 100%. I do love snippets. I think it's such an easy win to give a client during onboarding. Just, hey, are there things that questions you answer over and over again? We're just going to save those as snippets for you so you can just shoot them right into conversations without having to type it out over and over. Incredibly valuable for a business. If you're not leveraging snippets, you should check it out. And turns out you can add images to them. Amazing. Incredible.
We didn't even know.
Conversation AI got an update this week. It now supports the WhatsApp channel, which is
Huge.
sort of monumental.
Very big, very big. So yeah, WhatsApp is continuing to grow, particularly in the US. So if you're not using WhatsApp, it's definitely, I wouldn't say it's going to supplant things, but there's a very high number of users that use it. So if you didn't know, you can manage your WhatsApp account, your business account within HighLevel, and this now gives you the ability to plug AI into it, which is huge with all the things that you can do to help book appointments, answer frequently asked questions, things of that nature. Really expands your team without having to hire a bunch of people.
100%. I mean, I wonder if it would be easy to go sell WhatsApp AI chatbots. Probably a huge market for that around the world. So I think this is a huge week for that. And I think a lot of folks are going to be really excited about that one for sure. I hope I'm not stealing your thunder at the end of the episode today, Ryan, but I would love to tease something I saw posted in our WhatsApp channel in Slack, which is
You're not stepping on my toes. Go for it.
fantastic. It looks like we are just 2-ish weeks away from coexistence for WhatsApp. It sounds like on a call with Meta the other day, they let us know that, hey, coexistence is coming right around the corner, which is huge. You'll be able to use WhatsApp in HighLevel and in the WhatsApp app at the same time. I know that was a huge barrier for a lot of folks as far as a barrier to entry. So super close. Really excited to announce that one in the near future.
Great.
All right, this next one, Ryan, had me confused, to be honest. So walk us through this. In surveys, we now have payment integration for one question at a time.
Yeah, I thought you were going to explain this one. So
surveys are one question at a time, and the screenshot has 2 questions on it.
Yeah,
So really
yeah.
confused.
Well, it was a busy week, so I couldn't tailor this one. But you can enable this setting to present one question at a time when you're going through a survey, which is of course helpful because you don't want to typically inundate someone with a huge list of questions. You just want them to focus on one at a time. And if it's payment related, then now in this case, it will support that. So, if they answer the question like, do you want your roof replaced? Cool, pay here. Horrible example, but I think you kind of get the idea that you can use payments and the payment element within surveys when you're presenting one question at a time to the contact.
Nice. All right. Love it. Makes a ton of sense. Next up, we got create and send open invoice for failed subscription payments.
Yeah. So this one, if you've run subscription before, you know that it's just the part of doing business that you're going to get failed payments, and a lot of times it'll try to retry, and all these attempts will happen, and it just won't work. And maybe the client wants to pay with something else; they want to write a check, whatever. So now you can, when the payment fails for the subscription, you can send them an invoice so they can just pay the invoice and figure out however they want to pay for it. Which, frankly, it's a big use case. There's a lot of this happens. It's very normal, but this solves that issue by being able to directly invoice them.
Interesting. Nice. Yeah. Love it. Email Builder got an update. We have expanded checklist for custom value error. It is always nice to have more details when it comes to errors.
Yeah, a lot of the time this is going to have to do with like if maybe you're doing it out of memory, like, oh, it's curly bracket, this, that. So if that's wrong, if you didn't put in the right custom value, or it's not what we call the syntax is wrong, meaning how it's actually written out is wrong and the system won't understand it, then it's going to alert you to that so that you don't send an email out that just has a misformatted custom value in it that doesn't make any sense to the user. So this is great for catching mistakes and fixing them before the emails get sent out.
Yeah, I love that one. It's so helpful because, I mean, who hasn't been there? Who hasn't done a typo with a custom value?
I've never made a typo mistake in my life.
That doesn't surprise me, Ryan. That doesn't surprise me. Next up was a little subtle one that I think is so great. So now if you're using the live chat widget and you have AI running, conversation AI, it does the little typing bubble as the AI is spinning up. And I think that's just has such a profound impact.
It does. And I believe this also works for custom AI integrations. So if for some reason you're not using the HighLevel AI, I think that's where some of this functionality comes in as well.
Yeah, I was super pumped to see this one. I think this is just a great example of like really going deep into the little nuances that make a huge difference. So you'll see the AI like typing, quote unquote, before it spits out whatever it's going to say, keeping that user engaged on the other end. So great job there. At Marketplace got an update. You can now test execution for Marketplace actions.
Yeah. So if you're creating actions, I believe that this also works for workflow actions. I think that's kind of the meat here. But now we have tests for it, so that you can see like, oh, this actually will execute properly. So for the devs out there, you can rejoice and test
making
away.
It easier to build those integrations. Love it.
Yep.
Next up, courses got an update. You can now put images into the comments of the course, and we also rolled out some assignment improvements.
Yeah. So this is sort of like native internet behavior now. Like you ought to be able to drag and drop images kind of wherever you want, and they'll just automatically upload and be ready to send. So now we have support for that in comments. It's great for memes. It's great for screenshots of issues you might be having. And so that's now supported, drag and drop. And then the other enhancements, I didn't do a slide for that one. The other enhancements were assigned file list. There was some errors with that. There's a drip notification with email change and some other bugs that got resolved. So always want to give a shout out to the team for all the little things that they do. There's like 1,000 of them that happen each week. And so thanks so much for all the hard work on that and cleaning up all the different little issues here and there.
Love it. This next one was a fun one. So Ryan and the team worked super hard to get these out for everybody. If you didn't know, there's a new Launchpad for all brand new $97 accounts. So you probably don't see it in your account if you've been with us for a while, but new accounts have this new Launchpad. It's being sort of tested, and once the data shows that it's awesome, it will roll that out everywhere. But in that Launchpad, there's a series of 22 white labeled getting started videos. So we pulled those videos out, we put them into a new playlist in the LeadConnector YouTube channel. And Ryan was helpful enough to put a little QR code there where you can go to that list. And we, encourage you to use those videos if they're going to make your lives easier. And the team did a really great job. This got a huge reaction when Sean posted the announcement in Facebook.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to our creators and all the video editors that make it happen. We're just directing the choir here. So.
Yes, definitely. Great job to the team. Shout out to Jay specifically. Great work on this one. People are loving them. Next up, sub-account call logs and improvements. This is for AI.
Yeah, so this is for the AI agents. Probably should have noted that, but good thing I'm here to add some commentary. So now when AI agents make calls, there are now call logs for all of that. So they're all kind of grouped together there, and that's going to be within the sort of AI agent settings area. And then later, actually, if you want to go to the next slide, there's one more improvement here, which is actually kind of big. You can now transfer calls as an action. So maybe there's a conversation happening and it's like, oh, I really need to talk to sales, or I really need to talk to service. One of the results can be that it transfers them to a specific phone number or user or what have you.
Love it.
Yeah.
As always, if you haven't tried out the Voice AI, you are missing the boat. Get in there, play with it. It is great. We're getting amazing feedback right out of the box, even if you don't really tweak the prompt.
Yeah.
This next one I think was near and dear to Ryan's heart. We have an ecom update with product management enhancements.
Yes. So just like documents and contracts that our legal team uses, they give a lot of input and we improve the product quickly to make sure we hit all the requirements. We are also going to be launching our swag store within our ecom, and this is one of the improvements that came out of that effort, wherein you can, when you import products, let's say from Printful, who we integrate with, you can now go within the store and ensure like which products are going to be used in which store. And you can do that with bulk actions, which of course is really helpful. So you don't have to go in one by one and change all that stuff. And then we've got some filtering too. A bunch of new other features are going to be dropping soon for that to improve the usability, to improve onboarding and managing your store, particularly if you have multiple stores or a large amount of inventory. So really excited about all of this. Sweet. As well as the search function too, which is awesome.
Yeah, I love it. Ecom's getting more and more robust. Can't wait to see the new version of our swag store roll out in the near future, running on HighLevel Ecom. This was another big one that rolled out for WhatsApp. You can now select which WhatsApp number you want to send from when you're doing a bulk WhatsApp blast.
Yeah, pretty obvious type of feature that we'd want to include here. But yeah, when you're doing a bulk action, you're sending a WhatsApp message to a bunch of folks. You can now choose where that is coming from if you have multiple WhatsApp numbers.
Yeah, love it. We got another shout out coming in from Andrew McEwen. Loving the new videos. Glad to hear it. Hello from Scotland. Man, Scotland, love it. Went there a few years ago in the dead of winter. Ryan, I've never seen anything as crazy. It was like every weather system you could have in one day. It went from sunny to rainy to sleeting to snowing to back to sunny. It was quite an experience. So love to get back there. My
experience with Scotland is through Downton Abbey. So yeah. I'm sorry. I'll visit one day.
Put it on your list.
Yes,
SaaS mode got an update this week. You can now pre-select plans while enabling SaaS mode. This one is a little nuanced. You want to walk us through it?
Yeah, so there's a number of different issues here that the team was trying to address. There's tracking, growth, and leakage issues, as they call it. We'll need to modify that one. But the main issue here is that, like, as you're creating SaaS accounts, there is this sort of this order of operations that was a little bit out of order, where it's like if they hadn't connected their payment yet, then you'd have to like override that and then select the things that they want to have. So this organizes the flow, so it makes the most sense where you pre-select the plan that they're going to be on. You create the account, or while you're doing that, and then they add their payment information, and then they get access to it. So
Yeah,
um,
that's what I took away from it as well.
yeah,
If you have an already existing sub account that you want to switch into SaaS mode, in the past,
exactly.
it didn't like make them pay. That you had to like keep checking, like, did they have their credit card yet? And then, you could put them on the plan. Now you just select the plan, and then they can't do anything until they make the payment, which makes
Exactly. Yeah.
tons of sense. Great update here. I think the
Mhm.
SaaSpreneurs are going to love it. Looks like we got another shout out coming in from Terry. Hopefully I pronounced your name correctly. Hello from Atlanta. When can we send estimates using the mobile app? Oh, can you not already? If not, I'm sure it's right around the corner because they're knocking out all those little use cases.
Yeah.
Um, let's see what our next update from the week was. Voice AI got another update. We have updated action limits in. Oh, a lot of people were waiting for this one. The limit used to be 5, and now it's like, what is it?
15.
15. Love it.
Yeah, so the call transfer went from 5 to 15, and then the update contact field, there's now a limit of 25. So it helps
Sweet.
ensure the accuracy, as I'm told.
Yes, I know a lot of folks were asking for that, and this was your week. Next up, Contacts and Opportunities got an update. We have a new and improved notes experience. This one is sweet, and it is in labs, right?
Yeah. It says live in 10 days. So depending on when you see this, it may be live quicker. But if you don't see it, check out Labs, enable it. Um, this is really nice. I think the notes feature is kind of one of those unsung heroes. But this applies to both contacts and the opportunities. We're showing the contacts version right here. But yeah, just being able to search for the note, being able to sort. There, of course, will be probably some more sorting options there as well. And then just the quick ability to just click add and have it right there and be on your way. So um, really excited to see where this continues to go because notes are super powerful.
Yeah, absolutely. Great update. Terry, I see your second comment, and I sent it over to the product team. So rest assured, your feedback has been heard.
Awesome.
Next up, we have customizable user management emails. This was a pretty massive one. And I think, we've been seeing this trend as of late, giving you more and more control over the defaults in the system. You want to
Yeah.
walk us through this one?
Yeah, so the main problem here, and it was a big one. I mean, this was a very heavy lift for the team because we sort of built it a certain way, and now it needs to do something completely different. So adding that flexibility was a huge lift. Props to the team for doing it. So now you can customize at the agency level, you can customize the emails like the welcome email and that kind of a thing based on templates. So you can choose what template's going to get sent out. You can have a standard logo that you use that gets included in those templates. And then in the next screen, you'll see you can actually manage these templates, like which ones they are within the template library. There's actually a system template filter, or I should say category. And so that's where all that sort of gets managed. So really adding a lot of flexibility for agencies that want to customize exactly what gets said in the onboarding or system related emails.
Yep, love it. This is amazing if you are on, really any plan and you're managing client accounts. You're going to want to go in there and customize all those system defaults to just further reinforce your brand and give you full control over those. So great update there. Course has got a huge update. I know that people were begging for this one. There is now a global magic link available.
Yeah.
You want to explain what a magic link is, Ryan?
Magic link is sort of like a link with an embedded password. That's the easiest way I can explain it. So that when people click on it, it just logs them in, prompts them to do their one-time password to verify that they're a real user, and then they're off to the races. This is, I mean, I would say this is like years. This has been coming for years because I remember when Magic Links first got released, there was a couple little rough spots. And so this not only does that, but then it's integrated into multiple areas within the app. Like, I think probably the most favorite one that I can think of is a customer messages you and they're like, hey, I don't know how to log in. And you're like trying to find the magic link. So now there is a merge field or custom value right there that you can select. Hey, put in the magic link and right into the conversation that you're having with the one-on-one conversations, and they can go ahead and log in right away from that link.
Yep, super helpful. Absolutely love it. We got another shout out coming in from Monet. Hopefully I pronounced your name correctly. Hey guys, Monet here from Ohio. Now that I see the accent, I am confident that I did. You're all doing awesome with the updates. Well, thanks for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. Hopefully you're enjoying all the updates that rolled out this week, including this new one for the Kollab mobile app. We now have the notification badge for iOS, and it works on the gray label and white label apps as well. Love it.
Yeah.
Pretty important. There it is. Not much more to say about that one, right?
It's a very lonely slide, but you get the idea.
Hopefully everybody knows that there is a mobile app for courses, communities, Kollab, and you can white label that one as well. And it's only $50 a month as opposed to white labeling the HighLevel mobile app, which is like $497 a month. So great opportunity there. Another update, bulk location transfer. This one's very nice if you need to be transferring sub accounts.
Yeah. So the use case I could think of this is like maybe an agency acquired a different agency and they only want like certain accounts, or there's just you've got a company that has multiple sub accounts and they want to move over someplace else. So this gives you the ability to do that all in one go instead of having to do everything individually, which can be laborious. So
totally, very convenient little update there. Next up is a certifications program update. So hopefully everybody knows that we rolled out the social media playbook. If you don't see it in your university, just chat support. They'll make sure you have access to that. And with it comes the corresponding skills badge for our certified admins. So if you are a certified admin, you can now go earn the social media manager skills badge. And if you want to learn more about the program, go HighLevel.com/certifications. All right, looks like we had a couple of more updates from the week to cover here. Conversations, got a bunch of enhancements and bug fixes on the back end. Same with workflows, saw a ton of that. Conversations, more bug fixes over there. Somehow we're gonna have to figure out a better way, Ryan.
Yeah, I agree. This is messy. This is just my attempt at trying to give some recognition to the team for just the hundreds and hundreds of releases that we read through. That it's hard to say like exactly because it's not terribly interesting to some folks, but nonetheless a lot of hard work, and all of these things contain like tangible fixes and improvements to little things, but it would take 3 hours to go over each and every single one. So
agreed. It's tons and tons every week, but a lot of great work on the back end from the team this week. Now it's time for my favorite part of the show. This week we've got thrilltastic upcoming releases. Are you going to do the woo? I feel like we need Austin over here.
Woo! Yeah, we don't have Austin. We need to record him. I was trying to find a different Ric Flair quote that would work here, but it didn't. So there we have it.
All right, let's see what Ryan's got for us this week. Coming soon, we have LeadConnector plugins, forms, phone number, tracking pool, and emails. What do we have going on here, Ryan?
Yeah. Okay, so this is one of those first steps in the right direction of being. This is for WordPress. Okay, so if you're,
wow,
probably should have put that we already had a lot of words here, but at any rate, the big request is like, hey, I run like a pretty legit WordPress site. I want to be able to do some of the functions that HighLevel has, like order forms, like standard forms, like tracking pools, like doing emails and stuff like that. So That is what we're going to continue to sort of develop here, where we will have plugins that that manage those types of things, so you can bring in high-level functionality more or less natively through a plugin to a WordPress site.
Very cool. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Hopefully you know that there is already a LeadConnector WordPress plugin that you can install, and it does a couple of cool things. It makes it one-click add the chat widget to the site, so you don't have to do it with an embed code. But another sneaky one that I don't think people really appreciate the value of is you can take a high-level funnel page or website page and then put it on the WordPress site in the root, right? So it's like your site.com / whatever the page is, but it's a high-level page into the WordPress site. Very cool. So if you haven't checked that out, go ahead and give it a whirl. But it looks like we're going to have some even more in-depth plugins rolling out for the WordPress ecosystem.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Ryan, what do we have here? We have native uptime and performance monitoring. Ooh.
Yes. So this is another WordPress one. WordPress got some love this week. This is going to be really cool because, you know, a lot of times I'm trying to think of a use case here. I've definitely had clients where they think that something's wrong with their site and there's really nothing wrong with it. And so in this case, you could actually prove that with this ongoing reporting that shows your uptime in that. But also, if there's a legitimate issue, you're going to get notified of it right away. So it's going to keep track of lots of cool stats that you'd see at like enterprise level hosting providers, which of course we are. So we're going to bring that into all the sub accounts too. So for each site that gets hosted, you'll have advanced statistics on what's going on.
Yep, absolutely. That's awesome. I think it reinforces the value that you're providing as the hosting provider as well, where they can just go in and see, wow, this thing's up all the time.
Yeah. Blinking
really
lights, a lot of things happening. So
exactly. Nice graphs. I love it. So some great stuff coming around the corner. I'm really excited I think we talked about it last week, but I saw some chatter today that it is definitely on track for, I think, next week, that update to the dialer, Ryan, with the script.
Yeah, I think it is too. I'm very hopeful. Of course, we want to make sure it's airtight. So timelines, I'm not 100% on, but we've heard it from a pretty good source that it's going to be next week, that there will be a new dialer. And this new dialer is pretty awesome.
Let us know if you are excited about the new dialer as much as we are. It's going to have scripts in it, so you can like put the call scripts in the dialer for your team to just follow along. I'm super excited about that one. Hopefully you are too. Hopefully you all enjoyed all the updates that rolled out this week. As always, let us know which was your favorite. And we will see you again next Friday. And I'll be coming in live from our SaaSpreneur event.
All right.
First one of the year. Yeah. So we'll see you in Dallas. Till then, hope you have a great weekend and an awesome week, everybody.
Take care. See you guys.